So one of my goals for 2019 is to be the dumbest person in the room and to find more rooms where I can be amongst the dumber people in that room. It's really, really awesome tactic to actually level up, to get smarter. Again, just by osmosis, just by surrounding yourself with smarter people. It goes with the age-old saying of you are gonna make the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. It doesn't. Maybe that's not exactly true, but there's a lot of benefits of being the dumbest person in the room. First and foremost, you're always learning new things, right? When you're at a table with billionaires or people who have just done something more successful than you, you're gonna just be learning. And it's not gonna be there, someone's gonna teach you stuff. It's not college or high school here. You're gonna learn by somebody sharing their story, sharing their knowledge, and you're gonna be like, I can apply that little tidbit to my life or whatnot. And learning things is not just things that you want to learn, right? Like I want to learn Spanish, right? No, it's not about learning things you think you want to know. You also learn things you never even asked about, things you didn't even know you should be learning. Another great thing about being the dumbest person in the room is it's a humbling experience. You may be the most badass person that in your network, your friends know. You may be a speaker at a conference. I've spoken at about 100 plus conferences, and I go to a speaker lounge. I feel stupid because I'm sitting next to freaking people who have keynoted large conferences, who have sold bigger companies. They've done a lot more. And so I think it's a really, really good experience to kind of bring yourself down to reality, because it feels great when you come off the stage and people crowd you after a conference. But don't let that get to your head. And again, no other better way to do that than to be around smarter people who have done something bigger. And the last thing is opportunities come your way. I've been in conversations where I've got a job offer on the spot just by somebody who was like, I need someone like you. Investment opportunities, tax savings. Again, all these things you would never know to ask. I was sitting in a room with a person whose net worth is in the 10 figures, 10 figures. That's 100 plus million if you're wondering. And he gave me this one tip that saved me about 20% of my costs. And so again, it was this tip about like, you should always email your vendors every 3 to 6 months and saying like, hey, we've been with you a long time. Your costs are going up. What can we do to save a little bit? Now, people want to save the customer, so they'll be willing to maybe discount you 10, 20%. We did this at one of our SaaS companies, and it saved over 20%. So very, very helpful benefit. So I know what you're thinking. There's a lot of benefits from being the dumbest person in the room, but how do I find those rooms? So let me tell you 5 places you can find those quote-unquote rooms. First and foremost is speaker dinner or volunteering at conferences. So let's say you're not a speaker at a conference. You can volunteer at a conference, right? Maybe volunteer to check people in. Sometimes you can volunteer to be in the back room with the speakers getting them drinks or whatever. It's a great place to just be around smart people. Overhearing conversations is gonna level you up. Engaging with the people, the speakers, or the people that you're surrounding yourself with is gonna help you level up. So you don't need to be a speaker to do that. Now, if you are a speaker, join the speakers dinner. If there is no speakers dinner, email the organizer and say, hey, can I throw a speaker's dinner? I've done this at many conferences where there was no formal event, or when there was a formal event and I pinged 4 or 5 different speakers, or the conference actually connected me to other speakers, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna throw a little private shindig right before the speaker's dinner, or the day before, the day after, what have you. And again, the whole point is to get smart people in a room together talking. That's my next point. Number 2 is organizing dinners. So if you don't go to conferences, you don't need to go to a conference to organize a dinner. Go in your community, wherever you are. One of the things I do when I travel for work or fun is I try to find and connect with 4 or 5 people, literally 4 or 5 people in that area. So going to Toronto this summer, I've pinged 4 or 5 different people that I want to connect with, and I've organized drinks the day before the weekend, essentially to do some business. We're not talking about anything business related. All we're doing is just getting people together and chatting. Number 3, join a mastermind group. There's plenty of mastermind groups, no matter what industry you're in, a group or an organization that is specific to your industry. Yes, it's pay to play, but I guarantee you, most mastermind groups, you're gonna get 2-3 times the money you spend to enter. Number 4 is buy a conference VIP pass. So if you're going to a conference, buy the VIP pass. Most VIP passes get you in the speaker's lounge where you can hang out. They get you into a speaker's dinner or a dinner that's a privately held function for the other VIPs. So very, very awesome. Or maybe they get you backstage. Again, access to things you would never normally get access to. And it's more the people and the osmosis you get. Number 5 is to join something like EO, Entrepreneurs Organization, or YPO, Young Professionals Organization. Both of those are pay to play. They're generally expensive. They have a minimum criteria of, I believe, a few $1,000,000 you have to earn in revenue. But I can tell you, I've been a member on and off of EO for like 3 years, 4 years now, and it's been amazing. Some of the things I've learned, again, just about how to deal with problems, how to deal with stress, how to break up with the founder, with my business partner, how to sell a business, all of these types of things. You only learn if you're around people who have done that before and are willing to share that with you. So these pay-to-play programs are really awesome for that. So there you have it. Now you know the benefit of being the dumbest person in the room and 5 ways to be the dumbest person in the room. So what are you waiting for? Go be dumb.